A huge shout out to Magic Mind for sponsoring today's podcast. All right, guys. So y'all know that I am extremely busy, always on the go. And Magic Mind is actually a company that has been getting a lot of buzz. I believe even Joe Rogan said something about it on his podcast.
A new one they sent me called Magic Mind, and it's nootropics along with lion's mane and a bunch of functional mushrooms, and I like that one too.
So the company Magic Mind actually reached out to me, and I was like, you know what? Let's check them out. So I looked at a few of the reviews and everything online.
My first day on Magic Mind, I definitely noticed a big difference right off the bat. I noticed all the way throughout the day feeling much sharper, clear in the head, and ready to rock.
That's probably the most valuable thing. You know, as a knowledge worker, as someone who's working in front of the computer all day, you need that time where you're focused. And Magic Mind is a thing that really seemed to work for me.
So between some of the reviews that I've seen online, which was actually all positive, a lot of positive reviews online from their website, and also seen a few different reviews on YouTube. And the story was actually pretty interesting. So about a decade ago, James was on a stretcher because James was running a company. So, you know, with that, a lot of stress, he was drinking a lot of caffeine, and turns out his heart had been beating at 175 beats for the last 3 weeks. Didn't even know it. So he was basically diagnosed with a heart condition because of all of that stress and that caffeine. At the time, he didn't have any other solutions, so he actually came up with one. So a few years ago, James actually came up with Magic Mind. This is supposed to be a natural way to help you out with a lot of those things that we struggle with throughout the day. So when it comes to Magic Mind, it's supposed to have a lot of those natural ingredients. So it has a lot of things that's going to help with focus, things that's going to help with energy. And a lot of us honestly need that throughout the day. And you also use Magic Mind for less stress throughout the day. So after reading those reviews and hearing and listening to his story, I messaged Magic Mind back and I was like, you know what? Send me some over. I'm curious. They end up sending some stuff over, and I tried it out for the first day. And this is how that went. All right, guys, the time now is about 5:53 p.m. I get up early in the morning, man, so I'm a little bit on the drain side. And I have a podcast that I'm going to be doing at 11 tonight. Now, I don't want to take any naps because I still have a lot of work that I need to get done. So what we're going to do is we are going to try Magic Mind for the first time. All right. So I don't know if you're supposed to shake these things, but I'm gonna shake it up, and then we're gonna try it. First time trying Magic Mind. All right. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time for it to kick in before 11, so we'll see. Whew. Whew. Man, that's a strong taste. Good grief. Whoa. Okay. All right. To be honest with you, it was strong like while I was tasting, but I believe that's something that I can probably get used to. I believe that's something I can actually get used to. Man, I don't know if, it was the taste or what, but I do feel a lot more alert. And I'm telling you, that thing will wake you up. The taste, it will wake you up. So for you to see all of the real benefits and stuff from Magic Mind, they recommend that you use it at least for 5 days before you really get a feel for how well that thing works. I haven't made it to that point just yet. I'm only a day in, but I will give you guys an update a little bit later on to let you know how this journey has been for me. But there will be a link down in the description below for you guys to go and check out Magic Mind. Once you guys do order, y'all, please tap in, comment down, and let us know how Magic Mind worked for you. All right? Until the next time, man, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Blueberry, Burberry, button up.
Can skin mixed race buttercup. Canada weather got a bundle up. I'm tryna work, she hit my phone, she wanna. Whoa, too bad was you know they roll.
A huge
Hi, dog. Shalom.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yo, my bad, y'all. Mom's just called. I might get a bit beat down for ignoring that call. What's going on there? Oh, crap, come on, man. No. My bad. She is googling. Hold on. I got on do not disturb, but I forgot she automatically comes through. What's going on, man? How everybody doing today?
What's going on?
Pretty
What's
good,
up?
pretty good.
Yeah.
How's everyone? I'm tired. Hold up.
Man, you can say that again.
I can honestly say, man, I have never felt better. And I know how wine feels.
How fun?
just we just getting better with time, dog.
Oh,
That's the only thing that I can honestly say, man. I think that each and every day that I get up, I'm starting to feel a little bit more attached to myself, if that makes sense. Like I really feel like I'm really getting to know like who I am. I'm getting to know my body. I'm getting a better feel for it, and it's almost like I'm able to master and tap into everything, man. Have y'all ever seen that movie called Lucy?
Lucid or Lucy?
Who was the character? Was it Angelina Jolie or something like that?
No, hello, my bad.
Was Angelina Jolie the character? Like,
No, it wasn't. But the lady that played it probably will kind of put you in the mind of her a little bit. Like she was a bit of a bad A, as they would call it.
let me see. Oh, Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Absolutely. Tina, have you seen Lucy?
Um, I don't think I have.
You gotta check it out.
Man, that movie is phenomenal. I'm gonna have to send it. I'm gonna have, yeah, definitely, absolutely. So I'll just give you a little brief description of the movie. So it was a young lady that had got captured by some guys or whatever,
Hmm.
and they put some stuff in her bloodstream, and it was like a drug that gave her. She was able to access what is it? What is it? What do they call it again? Basically able to unlock like a human's like full potential. You know, they say that we only use how much of our brain they say that we actually use.
Well, I don't
It's
know.
like a very very low number. I don't know if it's like 11%, 9%, 10%, something like that. But yeah, a human is only able to access about a fraction of their brain. But she was able, because of that drug, she was able to tap into that, and she could do things that nobody else could honestly do. Like she
Hmm.
could move things with her mind. Um, like she was like bulletproof. She could remember things all the way back from when she was a baby. Like all of those things. That's honestly what I have been feeling like since I've started this Creed workout. If you guys don't know, yes, we are officially in it. We've been doing the Creed workout for this is only the fourth day. This is only the fourth day, man. And I'm gonna tell you, I think if most people look at that workout, they would probably throw my iPad down. Like, what is this? Who in their right mind would even try something like this? Is insane, bro. Like for what? Like you have to literally. I mean, I'm pretty sure Michael B. Jordan technically probably made a couple of hundred, maybe even $1 million off of that. So you know, that was the purpose behind him doing what he's doing. But you telling me I'm not technically getting paid for this? Ain't nobody about to sign up for that mess, man. And I spoke to one of the other co-hosts, Devontae, man. My boy, he gonna be getting back on here really, really soon. He's knocking out some stuff right now, but yeah, he'll be back soon. But he was asking, he was like, "Yo, bro, what are you doing? Like, what are you trying to change? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to change anything." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm looking to improve. Improve what?" He was like, "Yo, I mean, I'm pretty sure you know a lot of people would love to pretty much be in your shoes as far as you know what I mean, like physical." And I was like, "Well, this training is not just a physical one. In fact, I'm not even thinking about it from the physical aspect. I'm thinking about it from the mental aspect. I know when I heard Michael B. Jordan, again, when certain people hear certain things, it'll scare them away from it. Nah, not me. If anything, I gravitated more towards that thing when I heard him speak about it. He was like, it's unreal and it's brutal. You know, this workout will pretty much like it will break you. It broke him. Without a team, he said that this thing is technically impossible. Like there's no way he would have been able to do this without a team. And y'all already know, like, well, if you don't know how my brain works, interesting. Hmm. So you're telling me that this challenge is torture, it's pain, it's again something that most people, probably majority of the people on the earth, you know, wouldn't even attempt, let alone make it all the way through. Sign me up. What we waiting? What we waiting on? So I can't wait. I'm like, yo, let's just go ahead and look through and see what all you know he has to do within a week's time, and let's just break that thing down day by day and see what all he has to go through. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this workout is not for the weak. It's not even for the strong. It's for the insane. The only way you sign up for something like this is if you are freaking insane, man. But yeah, I'm just gonna end it there, man. I get excited, I get passionate, you know what I'm saying, talking about it because I love what it's doing, man. It's honestly reshaping the way that I think about everything, not just working out, but everything in life. Is honestly helping me reshape everything, all of those barriers and those boundaries and everything that I was thinking that was impossible.
Mhm.
Yeah, man, we done broke them doggone walls down. But yeah. We're in the Creed Challenge, man. We're in the Creed Challenge. I'm excited, man. Every day that I get up, I'm excited to get it in.
He's insane.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Oh man. But you know they say that like all the successful people like in the world, that's how people view them. Like when they
Oh.
break down their work ethic, they will literally call them insane. If you look at people like Elon Musk, like
Mhm.
some of the greatest people, some of the greatest minds, they literally call all of those people insane. Einstein, insane. Eric Thomas, insane. Mr. Beast, insane. What are you doing? Like, it makes absolutely no freaking sense, man. And the thing is about those people is, regardless of how many people viewed and said that they were insane, they stuck to that path no matter what. They didn't really care about what the world's view of them was. They stuck by their doggone guns. I think it's just a beautiful thing, man. It's just a beautiful thing. Anybody got anything else they want to add before we go to the first topic? Whew. Yes, indeed. Well, so Tina actually got a taste of it today. Tina, what were your thoughts? Because we didn't get to do a video afterward.
Oh.
Like last time. Yeah, last time. I think it was after you had dropped your car off. But yeah. What were your thoughts of the of some of the Creed workout that we were doing?
Um. Hmm. I mean, I feel like uh this week versus last week, though, I was in a different headspace. So, it's definitely different. I'll say that. Um, most of the time, I was like just joking in my head, like, what is we training for? But um, it's I mean, it's good. Like it's a good challenge that you know, you get to put yourself through, even if you don't, if you're not, even if you're not, intending on, not you per se, but even if you're not intending on going the full-fledged creed, design or guide, just, you know, trying something different, um, you know, make you it does kind of make you rethink, especially with those some of those exercises that well, I'm not a gym rat anyway, but you know, some of those exercises that I haven't even just seen before, for real. Um, and just trying them out, you know, things that I haven't seen or things that I haven't done. So you really do have to, like, train your brain to even just the simplest thing as performing the exercise. So it kind of like I can kind of relate it to using your least dominant hand to brush your teeth. It kind of like kind of rewires a little bit for you to think differently a little bit. To just I'm babbling, but anyway, I don't know.
No, I like. I mean, I think that's a different type of way to look at it. But yeah, I like it. I like it. That's dope. Yeah, basically retraining your brain. Yeah, yeah. I definitely rock with that. Like that.
Yeah, because
Like,
like there's nothing wrong with a routine, but it just like some people just get stuck in routines and the way that they doing things. Not saying that it's not been productive, but maybe you can um do it this way and not trying to cut corners, but it could be, you know, 10% more effective.
mm, yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that. That's dope. Man. That's dope. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, guys. There's been a lot going on, man. A lot going on. Outside the podcast. Honestly, with everything on YouTube and whatnot. Charlamagne recently went on The View. Now, before we get into the clip, has everybody got a chance to see or hear about Charlamagne going on The View? Tina, you can also pull up the clip.
All right, let's.
What about you, Kobe? Have you got a chance to hear about that?
No, I ain't hear nothing about that.
Uh,
Yeah, so Charlamagne, he went on The View, and those of you that know The View, the reason why they're being canceled, I believe, is because, like, listen, you can vote how you want to vote, you can believe what you want to believe, but don't try to push your beliefs on somebody and then try to shame them if they don't agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay for you to be objective or whatever, man, but keep an open mindset, about certain things. And you should want to have a conversation, and it shouldn't be, like you're trying to bully people into believing a certain way. You know what I mean? I don't think that would make for any type of great show or any type of business model. You know what I'm saying? I think at the end of the day, y'all are on TV to have a conversation. And again, it's okay for you to believe what you want to believe and put your beliefs out there, but don't try to shame somebody, into believing what you want to believe. It don't go well. But anyway, this is a quick little clip of Charlamagne on The View.
Going around right now, a lot of this conversation about President Biden getting criticized from both sides of the aisle for pardoning his son Hunter after repeatedly saying he would never do it. And a lot of people are saying that it's hypocritical, etc., as if the other side doesn't do it. But what's your reaction to it?
I mean, I think all of the criticism is valid because, Democrats stand on this moral high ground all the time. And, they act so self-righteous. The reality is he didn't have to say anything in regards to, whether or not, his son wanted to be pardoned. He could have said, hey, man, I'm not focused on that right now. But since they were calling.
Mm-hmm.
Is it me, or it seemed like the video is jacked up or something? Like it's like a low connection. Is it me? Am I the only person that's tripping?
I can see it perfectly fine.
Let me see.
Okay, so that might just be my fault. Okay, all right. You can go ahead and let it rock. That's my bad. That's probably just my phone.
Quality. It only goes up.
No, I thought it was breaking up for everybody, but I guess that's just me. You can go ahead and play the rest of it. My bad.
Okay. Trump would threaten democracy, and they were saying that, nobody's above the law, but they were speaking about him. That's what they were running on. So when he kept saying things like, nobody's above the law, I respect, the jury's decision in regards to my son, he didn't believe that. But he didn't have to volunteer that lie to begin with.
I'm going to stop you for a second.
Uh-oh.
Only because you don't know that it was a lie. We don't know why he changed
You really think he just changed his mind over Thanksgiving weekend all of a sudden?
No, I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over. And this is just my feeling, because at some point you get to the place where you just go, so I'm just going to follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
But that's their fault. They're the ones that go out. They're the ones that go out there and they stand on this moral high ground. Listen, they don't have to do that.
I'm a Democrat. Tell me what the moral high ground is.
The moral high ground is nobody's above the law. I respect what the jurors are saying. He don't have to do that.
So we're mad at him because he changed his.
Oh, no. By the way, I'm not mad at him pardoning Hunter Biden.
But you sound like you're
No.
Okay. If I can get in on this, I actually think it went further, and this is one thing we really disagree on. Joe Biden made a point of saying we stand by our institutions and the impartiality of the Department of Justice.
Yes.
Democrats ran on that. The same DOJ indicted Hunter Biden. How we shouldn't be saying it's corrupt like Donald Trump does. But then in his statement pardoning Hunter Biden, he says that it was a political pursuit by his own Department of Justice.
Can you explain to me why it is that when Joe Biden does something, everybody clutches their pearls? He's wrong.
Nobody
he lied.
has criticized Donald Trump more than me or Charlamagne.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, people have criticized him more. I've criticized him more. We've all criticized him more. But you're missing my question.
Okay.
With the
wait, what happened?
The host has unmuted. Yeah. What are y'all thoughts so far? Do y'all see what's happening?
Not exactly.
Do you see what's happening, Cole? What are your thoughts so far on what you've seen and what you've heard?
The way I see it is pretty much I'm kind of looking in the aspect of like they're criticizing Biden for pardoning his son after he said he would never do it, and then pretty much speaking on the Democratic Party, pretty much saying like they think they're above everybody, but or they respect the law and stuff like that when that's not even the case. Because it seems like to me they're saying, maybe this might be wrong for me to say, but it is what it is. Just how they think they think Republicans are above everybody. Democrats think the same thing.
Right. I think the difference, and I agree with you. I think the difference, and what I think Charlamagne is saying is basically, the Democrats have basically been looking down on the Republicans because of, whatever. And Joe Biden, I ain't gonna even throw the Democrats in there, but Joe Biden basically said that he would never do something. You know what I'm saying? We're like, I'm gonna, trust the law and all this other stuff, and then turn around and do the very thing that he said that he wasn't going to do. But with that, I'm tripping on how Whoopi again, as soon as somebody says something about the Democratic Party, she want to jump in. Oh, wait. Let me go ahead and interject myself in here real quick. Like, come on, fam. Every time somebody got a difference of opinion, you got something to say. And it's almost like she's been trying to bully. I don't know what her problem, her issue is with thinking that she can bully somebody into, you know, believing what she believes or agreeing with her.
Bro, I'll say this. I love Whoopi Goldberg and fantastic person, like actress and stuff. But you can tell, like, if you have not watched The View, like I have not watched it all the time, but the times I have watched it, her demeanor on that show is like, I'm right, you're wrong. I'm gonna overspeak you. I'm gonna let you know what it is, and that's it. Because I'm right. And that's what she gives off on that show.
I agree. Finn, if you wanna speak on it, you can, or you can play it if you want to.
Well, I don't think. Well, I was finna say I don't think this really goes with like the topic of Joe Biden and his son, but um I wanted to comment on Kobe saying about like how her presence is on the show. Like, how what if she was technically just to cast just to play that type of person on the show? But I feel like I've seen, huh?
Okay, I want to ask you this. So, like, if because I will say sometimes they do want a person to be that antagonist on the show that will disagree with everybody,
Yeah, I
and
agree.
that's totally understandable. But it'll be wrong and stupid for somebody like it's like if we're on a show and I say a hot dog it's like me saying a hot dog is a sandwich, and y'all say like no, it's not, and we're going back and forth about it. Like obviously it's not a sandwich, but I'm gonna sit there and go crazy with it until y'all believe me.
Yeah, that's hilarious, man. But to think about it, like I think I agree with both of y'all. I believe that it's actually kind of smart to have somebody that is going to come in and basically almost challenge people, right? But again, what you were saying, Kobe, there's some things that you challenge, and then sometimes you just like, come on, man, like this is ridiculous. Like good and doggone well. Like again, and I'm completely okay with that because I've actually played that character on one of the shows. I ain't gonna say which one, but on one of the shows that I was actually a part of. Basically just being that guy that pretty much again just challenges everything that people say or just ask them questions. But it made sense. You know what I mean? I wasn't like just biased and again downing people and trying to bully people into believing what I wanted to believe. The only thing that I would do is just I would challenge it and just make sure that they can substantiate their point, either with facts, data, statistics, or some type of logic behind it. Like it has to make sense at the end of the day. But with her, she just seems like she really just don't give a F. Like Democrats is right, anything that they do is right, and that's all that needs to be said.
But don't vote. I was gonna say, I feel like I've seen that. I'm not unsure what their party position it was too, but I feel like those types of things have happened before. Not necessarily in the aspect of like nepotism, because I think that's only like when it comes to like jobs and careers and stuff. But I mean, you have family members that's typically in like higher power or like correctional in a correctional department, employment. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but they may have a family member that's done something, and they might seem like, oh, it's about the law, but at the same time, this is my family member, and I'm gonna make sure that they, if they don't get off 100%, they only get a slap on the wrist and only get like community service or something like that.
Yeah. And I would say again, like just speaking to just thinking about the Joe Biden situation. If you would have never said that, basically under no circumstances am I gonna interfere, I'm just gonna pretty much, just let the law do what it's supposed to do. It would have been different, right? If you just sat back, not ran your mouth about it or whatever, just kept quiet, cool. But if people can pull up film, tape, or whatever, and or even a tweet or whatever, and say, "Yo, bro, I would never do this. I would never support this." You just, yeah, man. Of course, people are gonna have something to say about that.
But you gotta think about this too, bro, because it's okay. Of course, he went against what he said. It's just like when he did his little sit down with Speedy Mormon. Speedy Mormon asked him. He's like, "Hey, are you gonna run again in the election?" And he said, "1,000%, I'm gonna run." And then 9 days later, he drops out the race.
Yeah, think about it though. 9 days for him is, boy. No, let me stop. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Oh man. But no, I get it. I get it. I get it. Hey, go ahead and play the rest of the clip.
All right.
Question. My question is, what is it that makes people flip out with Joe, but we don't have the same kind of thing?
Well, I don't think people are flipping out with Joe. I think Democrats are flipping out with Joe because Democrats believe that they don't represent what he's currently representing. But that's just not true. That's why I say they stand on this moral high ground that simply does not exist. And I think this is also the problem when we pick sides, right? We've turned political parties into teams. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Ain't nobody more delusional than me, right? Okay? I feel like we're going to the Super Bowl every year, but I'm not delusional. Well, no, that is delusional. But when it comes, but when it comes to political parties, if you pick a side, right, if you say you're a Democrat, if you say you're a Republican, you refuse to be objective about anything.
Why I'm an independent. Yes, but that's not a monolith. We're not, Democrats are not a monolith.
Well, why can't you say when Democrats are wrong? And why can't Republicans say when Republicans are wrong?
I'll tell you when Democrats are
wrong. So you don't think Joe Biden is wrong?
No, I don't. And can I just point this out to you? The president has a pardon power, right?
I didn't say you were ridiculous, Ms. Goldberg. I would never. I said that. I just think that.
Think about it. Just think about it this way. Just very quickly.
Yeah, but before all that, man, listen. I absolutely love the fact that he was holding her accountable, and he was basically saying, "Yo, you can't admit that Democrats are wrong." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when are they never wrong? And then she was like, "I can admit that." He was like, "So you don't think that Joe Biden is wrong for this?" When this man just pretty much upfront lied to the entire country and said that he wasn't going to do something and he did. That's not wrong. Please make it make sense.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Man, who this?
That's crazy, boy. Yeah. So what are y'all thoughts on that little exchange? Him and Whoopi going back and forth, I believe, was golden. Because I would be willing to bet any amount of money that Charlamagne is definitely more intelligent than Whoopi Goldberg.
I'm gonna say I most definitely believe someone at Whoopi Goldberg's age, she feels like what she says is right, and she gonna say what she gotta say, and nobody really gonna try to, knock her for it because you could see everybody at the table really didn't say that much. They said one little snippet and that was it. Charlamagne was okay with going having an intense conversation with her in regards of it. So I don't see I ain't see nothing wrong with it.
I love it. I think that was an exchange that was honestly needed, man. Because when he was speaking, he wasn't speaking based on feelings, and that's how a lot of people lose an argument and they're not able to really articulate themselves when they get too emotional. But the thing about Charlemagne is that mofo argue every day on the doggone internet. Like that on the radio station. That's all he do. Him and DJ Envy, they go back and forth all the time. And there's a lot of stuff that I can say that I disagree with when it comes to Charlemagne. A lot of things, probably a million things that I disagree with. Well, but at this point right here, I think that he was hitting on all cylinders, man. And I honestly got to take my hat off to the brother for somebody finally challenging her. And even though what I'm saying they live in an echo chamber, the View, and they rarely invite people up there that's really going to challenge them that have at least a little bit of sense. Most of the time when they invite people on, they agree. And then of course they got the crowd as well. Probably a lot of people that are probably in the same boat as Whoopi Goldberg. I ain't even gonna speak on them. But yeah, they're probably in the same situation that she's in. And they gonna continue to rock with that mess, even though it don't make no damn sense. They wanted to add.
Um, yeah, I feel to be well from a different point of view or perspective. I found that it was like good content, you know, um, something to look at, something to watch. Um, you know, he held his own against her. I mean, but she said what she wanted to say, and he still didn't back down from what she was saying. He still, like you were saying, he gave educated points. I don't know, because it just I'm laughing because it just seemed to me, but from I don't know, like content like this just seems low key annoying to me. It's entertaining, but it's kind of annoying to me. Because it's just like I mean, I guess it is sort of kind of heated a little bit, but it kind of seems like almost two kids coming at each other, but I'm I don't know. I'm just not 100% a fan of it like that. So that's why I can't really comment, or I'm not really commenting on this clip that much.
You know what I think about it because this is almost like just how you sit them to going back and forth about their opinions and stuff like that. It's almost like a debate. This is almost like a campaign or a presidential uh, a debate because Charlemagne said it himself. He feels like that when it comes to parties, it's like it's like oh, if you got a friend that's a Democrat and you a Republican, it's almost like, oh yeah, we can't be cool. We against you. Like it you because at one point it used to be like, oh, you're a Democrat, oh I'm a Republican. All right, that's what you are. This is what I am. I ain't gonna let this affect our friendship. We gonna still rock with each other. But this has gone to a totally different stratosphere where like where you stand can ruin a friendship.
Right.
And it should not be that way. So
And,
I
and
agree. It's like two kids going back and forth, but at the end of the day, it's like it's almost in a sense like it's like Tina. You could say, "Hey, I like brown liquor." The other one said, "I like white liquor." All right, well, you like white liquor. I don't like white liquor. Well, I don't like brown liquor. All right, cool. You drink your ish. I drink mine. But we still good. Ain't
I
nothing gotta change.
I see exactly what y'all saying, but I would say this: I don't think that energy was coming from Charlamagne though. That type of energy wasn't coming from him. It was coming from Whoopi.
Oh,
It wasn't.
100%.
Yeah, it
100%.
was. Yeah, so it wasn't Charlamagne giving off that energy. I think that it was. I ain't gonna say mainly, but it was only Whoopi Goldberg because it wasn't. It is never any hard feelings behind any conversation that Charlamagne has with anybody. Since I've honestly seen this dude on the internet or whatever, for the most part, he just be wanting to have a conversation just for the sake of having a conversation. It ain't never been with the, rah rah, I'm gonna dislike you after this thing or whatever. Like he understand, like it's just words at the end of the day. My beliefs are my beliefs, your beliefs are your beliefs, and we can either, you know, agree to disagree or whatever. Oh, whoa, we got a comment. Going hard. Going hard in the mother loving paint.
Anybody want to
Mac,
read it?
Mac in the building. That's a little bit too much for me. But I
Uh,
I, I definitely respect it, man. I will say this. I think that he was the attempt to hold her accountable. I can understand, but you again, he on somebody else's platform, man, and I don't think that Charlemagne has honestly ever been that type of guy that's really gonna stand like 10 toes down, especially when he's speaking and talking to a woman. If I'm being honest with you, I have honestly never seen him have a conversation with a young lady and stand 10 toes down on holding her down. I mean, holding her accountable. Him or DJ Envy. So I didn't honestly expect for him to do anything like that. Now, honestly, I was expecting to go on there and be with the go along, get along game. Now, I did understand that he never really did like Joe Biden like that, from the jump. Like he was never a fan of Joe Biden, but I was just again, I have not seen anybody since, I don't watch The View, but I have seen a lot of clips of The View. And I will say there has not been anybody that's really went on there and held her accountable, or at least try to or attempt to hold her accountable. Because you got to think about it. That dude is in a room or at a table full of nothing but women. And I guarantee the audience is probably 80 to 85, maybe 90% of women, and they agree with everything that Whoopi says. And you can hear it in the crowd when they start to clap. It's aggravating. But yeah, just that was just my little pushback. I don't think that the childish part was honestly coming from Charlamagne. It was definitely just Whoopi. And I think she's like that with every single last guest that does not agree with her. What do y'all think?
Well, I haven't seen The View. I haven't even seen any clips for real other than this, I think.
I'm trying to tell you, I have not seen every episode or every single show but for the ones I've seen, you can most definitely tell out of everybody at that table, they ain't gonna say it, but it's almost in a sense like a fear of what to say in front of Whoopi because they know she's gonna react.
Facts. That's a fact for real. Cause she willing to go there and unfortunately, I'm gonna be honest with you, and act ignorant. Like she willing to take it there. And most of those young ladies, like, listen, I don't mind having a conversation, but I'm not gonna crash out over a conversation. I think honestly, Whoopi would if put in a certain situation. I guarantee that young lady would definitely probably crash out over a doggone conversation. over somebody
Because
just disagreeing with her.
cause there's because there's a difference between being argumentative in a conversation than y'all just two having some, having to agree to disagree. Because anybody that's argumentative in a heated conversation or an intense conversation, that tells you like right then and there, like, all right, they got to be right. Because the way I look at things, if I'm like, if I say something and you say I'm wrong, prove it to me. And
Right.
if you prove that I'm wrong, I will sit there and tell you, all right, I was wrong, you were right.
Mhm.
It- because like we say it all the time, you got to have the facts, you got to have the statistics, you gotta claim your point, you got to state it. You're gonna have to show the evidence that you have.
Right. I've always said, man, I've never been, above the reproach. I've never been, the type of person that if I ask you a question, again, if you can substantiate your point either with like you said, facts, data, statistics, or logic that makes sense, then I'll be like, okay, all right, I can see that. Or my famous words is, okay, I respect that. It ain't gonna ever be I'm right, and if you disagree with me, then you wrong, and we not gonna be cool after this. That's childish.
Hmm.
That's some childish stuff. You see red the moment somebody disagree with you.
Yep.
If anything, I start smiling. I mean, I gotta have it with you. Oh, okay, all right. Let's see. Let's dive into this a little bit, because it's all love at the end of the day, man. It should be all love at the end of the day. This is just a conversation. These are just words, and you are more than welcome to have an opinion. That's the beauty about having different people around you, man. They're gonna have and hopefully share different perspective on things.
I feel like she probably just not used to people basically having their own opinion.
Mhm.
Man, listen, she cannot sit up here and say that she Whitney, like I know you said she's probably not used to it. In the world, in the industry that she's in, she can't sit there and say there's nobody gonna be there and try to say something, respond back to her. Like in the industry she in, she probably got rejected so many times, and she probably got a lot of yeses in the process of that. Ain't no way she can't say like, oh, nobody's gonna bite back on me. Nobody gonna say nothing to me because of what I have to say. Nah, you've been dealing with that your whole career. Like, come on.
Could that then still be why she pushes it? Is she's dealt with so many people pushing back, and she just feel like she probably is not being heard or listened to, so that's why she pushed so hard to get her point across.
Do you consider
Balance.
Whitney Goldberg the personification of independent woman?
Yeah.
Because
I like-
because I'm just I just look at it. I'm like she. I don't remember the last movie she did. It might have been Sister Act, but it might have been something after that. But it's a woman that's very opinionated and strong. She's strong headed and she don't mind having a debate.
Okay.
Those
Then.
those those the ones. Those be the ones.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's all about balance at the end of the day. I think that, when we see people, situations like this, it's the lack of balance. That's the reason why, unfortunately, a lot of them are in the situations that they're in because they don't have balance. Like it's okay for you to be a certain type of way. But like listen, if you are strong minded or whatever, you like to push your opinion 51% of the time, 49% of the time, why don't you, just back up and, just be a little bit more like open minded. But when it's 99% of the time you like that, then now we got an issue. And even though she's
Mhm.
been in that field for a while, She's probably used to getting told like no and stuff. But I think the real issue is she's been in an echo chamber for so long. She done had people agree with her for so long because again, what those people normally do is they surround themselves around people that aren't going to challenge them, and they get comfortable with that. And anytime one of their friends or somebody in their friend group or whatever, the people that they're used to, try to challenge it in the least way, they hurry up and shut it down. Either that or I'm gonna have to distance myself from you because
Mm-hmm.
you toxic or whatever they wanna say. But that I think that's the reality. Most of them just put themselves around people that are just going to agree and egg on and encourage their bad behavior or not gonna speak on it, not gonna say anything. Just allow them to
Yeah.
operate like that.
Yeah, and also, and another reason could be she might just love hearing herself talk. Like you said, it's like imagine you sitting in an empty house and there's nothing around, and you just got the house, the walls, and you can live, and she can talk in a sense where like she can talk, and her talking can You know how some people like talk they scream loud, and that echo comes back to them, like they can hear what they just said in the echo.
Yeah.
It's just like that.
Yeah, a lot of unhealthy unhealthy things being done, man. Living alone, unfortunately, that stuff can have a very, very negative effect on you. Either being alone or being around the wrong type of people for a long time. All of that stuff. It plays, man. It really plays on your outcomes. Never surround yourself around people that just gonna continue to allow you to display bad behavior. You need to be around people like those people are your real friends. Those people that don't mind calling you out on your BS. And I'm not saying that, again, it all kind of goes back to it's not what you say, but it's how you say things. Like if you out here doing something or displaying bad behavior, oh, trust and believe, I'm gonna be that guy that's gonna come to you, and I'm not gonna say, hey man, you need to get, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna pull you to the side. I'm not gonna do it in front of everybody. I'm gonna pull you to the side, and be like, hey bro, you know, the way that you're moving is not ideal. We need to try to figure out. Let's see if we can find a better way to go about doing things. Because if you continue to move this way, then it's a guarantee that in the long run it's gonna end up coming back to haunt you or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's important that you have people that are around you that have that type of balance. That's how I am, man. Like again, I think how I used to be is not how I am today. But if somebody say something about, hey, KD, I want to bring something to your attention, and we can chop it up about it. You let me know what you think. And I'm always gonna be that person that's going to make those freaking adjustments, no matter what it is. You can tell me, hey, bro, you walking out the house with a hole in that workout shirt. You need to do something about that, man. That ain't no good look. I promise you, the next day I'm gonna get rid of that mofo. Like, yeah, you right. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna soak it all in, even though it might be my favorite shirt. Like, I don't want to get rid of this thing. But
Mm-hmm.
if somebody close to me call it out, you know what I'm saying? Bring it to my attention or whatever. Like, okay, all right, I can go ahead and make those adjustments. Or hey, bro, you got a bad attitude. When somebody tell you something, you get in your feelings. You need to correct that. I guarantee that next conversation that I have with somebody is gonna be better. Also, communication. You need to do a better job with communicating. Like, again, I'm going to make sure that I continue to try to make those adjustments every step of the way. And I think that it's important that everybody, including myself, like you have to be aware of those things. If somebody say something, somebody call it out, it's a reason behind it. Especially if you got people that's around you that's not with the go along, get along game. Like those people that are really your friends. Kobe, wait a minute. Kobe, everybody got an AI picture. It's time for me to get one too now. It's like,
Oh, that's
I
what I
like
was
it.
talking about
I
earlier.
like, hey Kobe, boy, you done held that smile for the last past 10 minutes, boy. That's some.
Bro, that's me with no facial hair years ago.
I mean, that's That's what's up, man. I ain't mad at it. When you got that? How did you get that?
Man, I just upgraded to the iPhone 16 Pro Max, so
Oh, big timing. Okay then.
it ain't big time, man. We had to get out of this Verizon bill. We had to we had to reduce that phone bill, man.
Oh yeah, I feel you. But we know who got the money. All right, okay, cool.
Bro, listen, bro, just hey, you know how much I was paying in my, you know how much I was paying my bill every month, bro.
I know Verizon high. I already know, bro. I know
It,
Verizon can be high.
bro,
They'll
and it's
get
only two phones, bro, two phones.
you. Yeah, I can only imagine what that bill looking like, boy.
Man, bro, that thing was almost like a
Anything over 100, and honestly, anything over 100 for two people, I already look at that. That's high. That's
listen. I'm gonna say is this: if I put it like this, my phone bill could be the price of a car payment.
damn. Good night. Oh, that's serious. Oh, that's
Hmm.
highway robbery. Yeah, nah, I would have been up there with my boxing gloves and my boxing shoes on in front of Verizon. Hey, one of y'all got to come out the store, fam. I need to holler at y'all about this bill
Hmm.
right here. This is ridiculous. It's another clip that I have seen online. Anybody got anything else that they wanted to add before we get out of here? It should be an Instagram clip, and you can pull it up.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Yeah, anybody had anything else they want to add about this little Whoopi Goldberg situation? She gotta be ashamed of herself.
I digress.
Oops.
Yeah, hold on 1 second, because I know them Instagram clips, man. They just be playing, dog.
Yeah,
Uh,
I thought
and I
that
don't
was.
know when that mug restart. I tell you what, you can just play that mug, and if we have to let it loop through, we gotta let it loop through or whatever.
Okay.
What do it say? What number she on? Do it say what number she on? All right, let it go. Go ahead. Yeah.
Women make in marriage. Number one, on their phone too much, addicted to phones. Put them down. We all can work on this. Number two, not telling your husband what you need and expecting him to already know. He's not a mind reader, and he probably wants to help you if you just tell him. Number three, not realizing how important making love is to him. Number four is only touching your husband when you're gonna make love. Physical touch is so important to most men. It's one of most men's main love languages. And number five is not expressing appreciation enough. Husbands want to know that you are thankful for them and for all they do for you and your family. 5 more mistakes that sometimes women make in marriage.
Play
Number
one more time. Let it. Yeah.
on their phone too much, addicted to phones. Put them down. We all can work on this. Number two, not telling your husband what you need and expecting him to already know. He's not a mind reader, and he probably wants to help you if you just tell him. Number three, not realizing how important making love is to him. Number four is only touching your husband when you're gonna make love. Physical touch is so important to most men. It's one of most men's main love languages. And number five is not expressing appreciation enough. Husbands want to know that you are thankful for them and for all they do for you and your family.
Okay, cool. Cole, I seen this online. I was like, you know what? I wanted to hear this brother's thoughts on this real quick. What are your thoughts, brother? What are your thoughts?
Honestly, bro, there's
What's
there are things she said, she made some valid points, bro. Like like only thing I'm kind of like what she mean by that when she said like don't, did she say like don't touch your husband, or
no?
she only
Well,
like physical?
yeah, she said that most men's main love language is physical touch. So don't just touch your husbands only when you want to have sex. She's basically saying like, touch him throughout the day, or when y'all just walking around, or if y'all just chilling, relaxing around, touch him touch him more than just during the times when you want it, or when y'all engaging in that activity.
Yeah, Yep, that's most definitely true. One another main thing is showing appreciation to your man, because I know for sure that is like honestly, I'm gonna tell you why that last point she made is very pivotal, because you could be that man that's doing everything he possibly can to make sure everything is good and everything is running smoothly. And then at the same time, you're gonna be feeling some type of way as a man if your lady's not showing no type of appreciation. Because sometimes you get into a situation where you're dealing with somebody and you're doing everything you possibly can to make them happy, and they don't tell you thank you, or they don't say I appreciate you and stuff like that, because they're gonna look at it as, oh, you're a man, you're supposed to do that.
Interesting. Definitely like your view. Tina, what are your thoughts on what that young lady was saying?
Um, I mean, I'm a woman, so I'm taking notes. And um, I mean, I don't really see anything wrong with it. Just like how, even though, they say women have like over 100 things that they need, but both sides, have things that they want, need, and desire. And if you really rock it with this person, and if I mean, Kobe did kind of confirm that these are some things that a wife um could, should be doing, then why not do that? Y'all, you're living together, you're bonded together,
Shut
you're
the
going.
door.
Oh,
Your what's the name on your
My bad.
you good. Go ahead.
uh, yeah. So it's kind of, about just. I mean, if you make it about the other person, I'm sure the other person will make it about you. So,
Absolutely. I, I agree with that. I think honestly, again, when I talk about some people don't use their superpowers, or what, men and women don't use their superpowers or whatever. The more you, the more you pour into that person, especially if you vet it correctly or whatever, and did the work or whatnot. I think the more that person is going to pour into you. Like I think that it's damn near a guarantee. Like it's guaranteed. The more that you pour into that person, again, you have a good person, that type of person. I guarantee they're gonna figure out. They will find a way to pour into you some way somehow. Now I did want to kind of speak about one of the last things that she spoke about, because one of the things that Kobe had brought up was like appreciation, like appreciation. Kobe, I'm curious. Like, say for instance, would you, if you had a choice, right, out of all of those five things, what would be like the main two things that you would ask for from?
Um, our most appreciation is number one.
Okay.
Um, because honestly, I feel like us as men, when we're being told that we're appreciated, and they love what we're doing for them and providing, I feel like that gives us a boost. Not a boost of an ego, but it boosts our confidence,
Absolutely.
and it makes us feel wanted and depended on and relied on. Um,
Hold on, before you go to the next one, Tina,
mhm.
if you had to answer this, what would be the easiest thing for someone to do for their significant other out of all of those five things? What would be by far the easiest thing?
I know what it is. I just can't wait to hear it.
um, I'm kind of going over them. I know it was the phone, uh, touch, appreciation, sex, and Was it another one or was it like the
Well,
same?
just out of those, which one do you think would be the easiest?
Like for the
For the young lady to give to the guy.
oh,
What's the
sex?
no
Bingo.
no
Bingo.
no? It's not. It's
No,
not. That's
no,
not the
I'm gonna tell you
easiest.
why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna tell you why. Because reason why I say that is because if you think about it, if
That requires a lot of energy, right?
it requires a lot of energy, but I feel like sometimes when not all women, but when it comes to women doing stuff for the man, imagine you, Lakari, if your girl said she wanted something from you and you couldn't find anything, and the first thing you do is like you got your shit in a box. This is your present, and she be like, "Really? You so ungrateful. You couldn't be considerate of me. So you wanna give me that?"
Let me interject real quick, big dog. The easiest thing for anybody to do is show appreciation.
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing for anybody to do. That requires little to no energy. Thank
Okay,
you.
yeah,
I
yeah,
or I
I agree.
appreciate you so much. You don't have to do the things that you do, but I just want to let you know that I appreciate you. Even taking it a step further, when I speak to people about you, if I'm in front of you, I'm giving praise. Hey, let me tell you something. Yo, such and such is so freaking bomb. I'm talking about does this, that, and the third. Fam, that literally took 30 seconds out of your day. Do you know the type of energy that other person is gonna get from that? It didn't take any money. It took what, maybe a sentence, two sentences at most. Do you know what type of energy? Because even you, Cole, when I asked you what was the most important, the top two things, the very first thing that you named was what?
Attention,
Appreciation.
not attention, appreciation. Yeah.
Appreciation. Yeah, right. Again, I think that's a lot of people tend to think that sex is the highest priority. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't
No,
think for most men. I
I
think
wasn't making that. I wasn't trying to make that as a like that's the main thing. I feel like sometimes I think like they try to use sex as an avenue to say like, oh, if I give my man sex, that's gonna make him happy. That's not gonna make him happy. That just comes with it.
yeah.
When you
But
the sex just comes with the like, if you do anything for your man, if you show him appreciation, all that other stuff will come down the line.
absolutely. But what I'm saying is what I want, because I actually checked the other demographics and stuff. I was actually on Red Circle recently, and it seems like more women are actually tuning in to the podcast. I wanted to make sure that, instead of, holding people accountable, that we kind of give a little bit of game. So I would say, to those young women that are watching or whatever, listening or whatever on Spotify or whatever, I would say to y'all, that's the easiest thing that you can do when you speak about that man. When you speak to that man, it's as easy as just showing appreciation. That's it. That's it. Start there. Start there, and I want y'all in the next week. Like that's we're gonna give y'all a little bit of homework right now. The next week, I want you to figure out now. Don't be fake. Please don't be fake. It needs to come natural. You know what I'm saying? But genuinely, go up, tell your man, the person that you're with or whatever, that you appreciate them. When you speak about them to um, your coworkers or whatever, or if you're in front of them having a conversation or whatever, just do that. And I want to see how that man's demeanor change towards you. I guarantee you'll get a lot more out of him. A lot more than you ever have.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, something. I need to charge. I need to start charging. I need to start charging for this stuff. Damn it. Like, literally go back and watch these doggone podcasts and be living the happiest life you ever lived in your damn life. I promise you, you will. That gummit, get that man some credit, appreciation. We just talked about. But yeah, my bad, Coach. I know you spoke about. You said appreciation was the first one. Now, what would be number 2 for you?
The phone thing I can understand because you can get lost. It's like you can get lost in your phone and your attention is drawn away from your significant other. But at the same time, I feel like that could be fixed. But it's technology is going so crazy now where like you're embedded in your phone at all times. So it's like that's kind of hard, but it can be done. Don't get me wrong, it can be done. Um, Honestly, it appreciation, and I know this probably not on the list, but I know for me, like being attentive, like paying attention,
Mhm.
like I feel like a person that pays attention makes a difference. Like if like you can see that, like, oh, for okay, I can say give myself put myself as an example. Like I think it was around the time that we were moving or beforehand that I noticed that my lady was she was running out of underwear, and or she couldn't find them because I guess they got lost in through the washing process or whatever. And I decided to take it upon myself. I was like, all right, she's running low, so I don't want her to have to wear a pair, wash, and go do it again. So I took it upon myself and I went to the store and I bought her. I don't know how many I bought, bro. I probably bought probably like 60 pair of underwear, bro.
Damn. Good grief. Hey,
Because
shout out to you for knowing your wife's size, though. That's what's up.
because it's the reason why I got 60, bro, because they were all on a clearance rack on a sale for like $2 and some change. But
I ain't
hey,
mad at it. I
hey,
ain't mad at it. Do your stuff, bro.
hey. So it's the little things because like when I did that for her, that meant so much to her because she kept saying like she said it one day. She's like, I'm running low on underwear. I can't find any of them. And I was like, all right, I got you. I didn't even say it to her. I was like, all right, I'll make sure I go find her some stuff. And I found it. And it's just when you pay attention to that stuff, it means a lot because because your significant other is going to say like, oh, he really pays attention. He don't gotta say it. He don't gotta tell me that he saw it. It's just he looks and he pays attention to see what's going on with me. Like it's just the little small things. Like today, bro. Like she sold her computer chair because it was messed up and she got rid of it when we moved. Man, I just literally just got her computer chair for free.
Oh, okay. What, it was on Facebook?
Nah, I went to an office today and they were getting rid of chairs and he said, yeah, I want to take a computer chair home. I was like, yeah, I'll take one, my wife needs it.
Say less. That's what's up, man. That's what it do. Now, also, I wanted to, Kobe, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for them answers. Now, I also wanted to switch it because, again, we do have a lot of guys that listen. You know, some people tune in on YouTube or whatever. I wanted to ask you if we put the ball into your court, what's maybe one or two like top things that maybe women, you know, look for or want.
I feel like a woman wants that man to
Hold
put
on,
the
not you, Kobe, not you.
my
Yeah,
bad.
Tina, my bad. I said Kobe, my bad. I wanted to hear from Tina. Maybe she'd be able to give some game to the guys out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna step out for a second. I'm gonna go grab the kids, bro. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool.
I would just say, obviously depends on the type of woman, but it was almost the same thing, like just showing appreciation. To be honest with you, me and my sister be talking about this, but yeah, just just actually just showing appreciation. And again, almost similar to what Kobe had said. He got his wife some underwear in the chair, but just helping out a little bit, you know, picking up I don't want to say picking up the slack, but like picking up the slack if they do see it and notice it, and you just, your girl doing this, XYZ, this and that and the third. I just feel like both parties, reciprocating that type of um, support and appreciation. Of course, like you were saying, I pour into you, you pour into me. Like there's no need for neither one of our cups to technically be empty. Um, so yeah, I would say like pretty much appreciation. Um, and I think though, hmm, I think women do like attention too, though. Like so, maybe he didn't. I don't think it was specifically said in there, but physical touch.
Yeah,
Was
I think that's what she was talking about when she said something about, don't just touch your partner when y'all are about to basically engage in sexual activity, but actually, when they walking around the house or whatever, touch, maybe hug or whatever.
Yeah, so I think that would be the second one probably.
Okay, so okay, pretty much. So it sounds like about damn near the same.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. So these conversations that you and your friend be having or whatnot, y'all need to come on a podcast one day and just don't even pay no attention to us. Have some of them conversations so we can listen in. We ain't even listen.
Well,
We gonna let y'all rock. We ain't even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna take the back seat or whatnot, and we just gonna listen and tune it in and see if we can get some game or whatnot. See what the hell y'all got going on over here.
I mean,
Yeah.
most of the time it's through like messaging because we both have morning shift jobs, and we can't really be on the phone like that. And then, like I guess you could still say that I'm kind of speaking on what we was talking about, just helping out. Like in the evenings, once we get off, we both have children. We both have partners, so we're taking care of the house, taking care of the home, trying to take care of our man. So like those conversations is usually like they're a little extended because we're busy doing stuff for everyone. So um I guess y'all would have to like read the messages as they come in like hours later.
Oh hell no! Hold on, man. This is gonna last that long now. Good gracious.
Sometimes, but sometimes we do kind of like actually have a moment, like probably right after we get off of work. Either I'll call her or she'll call, and we'll have like a quick little conversation. Just checking on each other, seeing how things going. Um, as far as like work and like with work, kids, relationship, family. Yes, two women talking, so.
No, boy, when she said something about, man, listen, that sounds like a Dragon Ball Z conversation. I mean, a Dragon Ball Z episode. You come back in episode 3 and he's still powering up. You know what? Hey,
Well,
man.
there was a conversation that we were just talking about that was like well, I would say 2 days, maybe 3 days, where we just kind of had to, not had to, but it was continued for almost like 2 or 3 days.
Go on. Get your pen and paper out, fella. Get your pen and paper out.
No, well, it was, honestly, it was sort of kind of stuff that, we've also talked about on the podcast. But again, this is different topics and just like, you know, typically just things happen for a reason, but you should also, look at those she's we mistakes or whatever. Look at those mistakes and like learn from it and just, take your time to, do the work on yourself, have time to yourself versus jumping into relationships where we were speaking on a third party. And I'm trying to think what it was. Because I was like expressing to her like I didn't really get into like questioning what happened between this third party because I tend to I typically tend to step back out of people's relationships because well, one is not my relationship, and two, I just really feel like people just going to do whatever they want to do. Like they may listen, but I still just feel like they still gonna do whatever they want to do, and there may be a lesson that they have to go through. Like the advice that I met, that may be given could help, but it's just meant for them to learn the lesson. So I mean, I don't really, give advice, but I think that's kind of why the conversation was like extended for 2 and 3 days because we were trying to figure out what happened. Like we were just speculating what happened between the third party and their relationship, and that's probably why that was like 2 or 3 days. But nah, y'all ain't had to get y'all pen and paper out for that one.
Well, I mean, I'm a little bit on the curious side or whatnot. So these conversations aren't solution based. They're just like just I don't know.
Um, it depends on the topic. It really depends on the top. I feel like it depends on the topic and depends on like our experiences. And I'll say that it does. Which which we're kind of going through it as well, but we always seek to yeah, we definitely do always seek to find a solution. So either we lean towards like well, have you spoken to somebody, or like have you did your research? You had something to say.
No, I'm listening.
Oh, or like just asking questions. Well, you know what have you tried, or like um did you speak to the other person, like the other party, like mm, trying to think of something. Hasn't really been anything too recent either, like just amongst me and her. Like I don't think it's really been anything. She do tell me, well, then just speak to him, you need to talk. And then just like schedule wise, like I don't think this has to do with relationships and nothing like that, obviously, but just okay, so what time does the kids got to be up? And you want to stop procrastinating, well, just get up and set your schedule. um what what do you like to achieve throughout the day? What time, kind of already have like the time that's already allotted for, put into your calendar, put it up on the board, put it up in your phone. And then you just plug it in as you go. Um, so yeah, I would say a good percentage, a decent percentage is kind of like problem solving. And then of course, like I said, it's two women talking. So some of it is just, us expressing and talking.
Gotcha. I'm curious. You said something earlier.
Mm.
Um, I'm gonna be honest, a word that I don't think I really use often at all. You said something about mistake.
That was the word that was used. I did in the conversation, but I wouldn't call it a mistake either. Like I would just, I, I don't know what. Let me see. Yeah, I wouldn't call. Um, how do I want to say? Yeah, but I would. That was just the word that was used in the conversation, but I wouldn't call them mistakes. I would just call them lessons. Like just learn from your lessons and etc. And just figure out like what could have been done differently to get a different or the type of result that you was looking for.
What can be? You said could.
What
Could have.
I
Like
mean,
speaking in past tense. What can be?
well, what? Hold on, what did I say?
He said what could have been done differently, or what I would say what can be done differently. So
Oh, what? Oh, you were saying what can be done differently?
yeah, like,
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah, man. I think the podcast would love to maybe chime in on some of them topics. Y'all should write some stuff down or something. What not what have and we can talk about it and explore a little
I
bit more.
I be trying to get her in, but like the podcast run around the time that she be at work, so uh,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
so
because
work more important than the podcast, what she's saying. You can go ahead and bring up the sponsors before we get on up out of here. I did want to take a few minutes, man, just to talk to everybody about the way that this Creed challenge has been going, man. And I tell y'all again, man, this has been a heck of an experience already. And this is only the first week. The first 5 days, I said four. The first 5 days of this challenge. And again, man, yeah, shout out to you too, Tina, because you got a chance to experience some of that thing today. You're participating in this, I don't even know what to call it. Monstrosity. But like she said, man, it's some exercises she's never seen, never heard of. Me as well. There's a lot of stuff that I've never even thought would actually be a thing. But like I told y'all from the jump, man, I'm gonna stick with it no matter what. Whatever it is, whatever, you know what I'm saying, they got for me to do, I'm gonna make sure we get it done by any means necessary, dog, for real.
Mhm.
But I think that's gonna be it for today, guys. I even said, we're gonna have a pretty short podcast today because it was outside of what I had going on and whatnot, between the workouts and all of these different channels. It's been a pretty uneventful week in media, if we're being honest, outside of that Whoopi Goldberg thing. But yeah, that's been pretty much it. Y'all feel free to send us any clips or anything that y'all want to talk to, or anything y'all want us to talk about. Whether you want to drop a comment down below, you want to send an email to me. Link is in the description, I believe, and also on this YouTube channel as well. All right, I think that's it for today, man. With that being said, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Peace.
A huge shout out to Magic Mind for sponsoring today's podcast. All right, guys. So y'all know that I am extremely busy, always on the go. And Magic Mind is actually a company that has been getting a lot of buzz. I believe even Joe Rogan said something about it on his podcast.
A new one that they sent me called Magic Mind, and it's nootropics along with lion's mane and a bunch of functional mushrooms, and I like that one too.
So the company Magic Mind actually reached out to me, and I was like, you know what? Let's check them out. So I looked at a few of the reviews and everything online.
My first day on Magic Mind, I definitely noticed a big difference right off the bat. I noticed all the way throughout the day feeling much sharper, clear in the head, and ready to rock.
That's probably the most valuable thing. You know, as a knowledge worker, as someone who's working in front of the computer all day, you need that time where you're focused. And Magic Mind is a thing that really seemed to work for me.
So between some of the reviews that I've seen online, which was actually all positive, a lot of positive reviews online from their website, and also seen a few different reviews on YouTube. And the story was actually pretty interesting. So about a decade ago, James was on a stretcher because James was running a company. So, you know, with that, a lot of stress, he was drinking a lot of caffeine, and turns out his heart had been beating at 175 beats for the last 3 weeks. Didn't even know it. So he was basically diagnosed with a heart condition because of all of that stress and that caffeine. At the time, he didn't have any other solutions, so he actually came up with one. So a few years ago, James actually came up with Magic Mind. This is supposed to be a natural way to help you out with a lot of those things that we struggle with throughout the day. So when it comes to Magic Mind, it's supposed to have a lot of those natural ingredients. So it has a lot of things that's going to help with focus, things that's going to help with energy. And a lot of us honestly need that throughout the day. And you also use Magic Mind for less stress throughout the day. So after reading those reviews and hearing and listening to his story, I messaged Magic Mind back and I was like, you know what? Send me some over. I'm curious. They end up sending some stuff over, and I tried it out for the first day, and this is how that went. All right, guys, the time now is about 5:53 p.m. I get up early in the morning, man, so I'm a little bit on the drain side, and I have a podcast that I'm going to be doing at 11 tonight. Now, I don't want to take any naps because I still have a lot of work that I need to get done. So what we're going to do is we are going to try Magic Mind for the first time. All right. So I don't know if you're supposed to shake these things, but I'm going to shake it up, and then we're going to try it. First time trying Magic Mind. All right. I'm going to give a little bit of time for it to kick in before 11. So we'll see. Whoo, whoo. Man, that's a strong taste. Good grief. Whoa. Okay. All right. To be honest with you, it was strong like while I was tasting, but I believe that's something that I can probably get used to. I believe that's something I can actually get used to. Man, I don't know if, it was the taste or what, but I do feel a lot more alert. And I'm telling you, that thing will wake you up. The taste, it will wake you up. So for you to see all of the real benefits and stuff from Magic Mind, they recommend that you use it at least for 5 days before you really get a feel for how well that thing works. I haven't made it to that point just yet. I'm only a day in, but I will give you guys an update a little bit later on to let you know how this journey has been for me. But there will be a link down in the description below for you guys to go and check out Magic Mind. Once you guys do order, y'all please tap in, comment down, and let us know how Magic Mind worked for you. All right? Until the next time, man, y'all be blessed, y'all be beautiful, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Blueberry, Burberry, button-up. Tan skin, mixed race, buttercup. Canada weather, got a bundle up. I'm trying to work, she hit my phone, she wanna, whoa. Too bad was you know that.